Tēnei au, ko Stanley conrad toko ingoa, ko Ngāti Kuri te au pauri te raroa, ngai takoto Ngāti Kau ngā iwi. Ngai I tupake au I roto I te kau, te wain te iwi o te au pauri, ko tawhitirai te maunga, ko te awa poka te awa, ko pārengarenga te moana, ko pota I te marae, ko waimiri rangi te whare tūpuna. No rea, mami atu kia koutou, katoa, kia ora.
Why do we Māori people or people in general need a waka?
Well, it's your whakapapa. It's who you are. It connects you to our tupunas, you know. The waka was a form of, back in the days of our tupunas, was a form of transport, was a form of getting from one place to another and all those sort of things. And I think, yeah, learning waka is part of your genealogy, it's part of who you are. Well, a wakatoa is pretty much, in modern terms, it's a walk-in. It's like you have a modern battleship, you have a warship that you see in the Navy today. A wakatoa is, that's it, that's what it's purposely built for battle. I mean, there's a time when wahine get involved, and that goes through a whole process of karakia to have wahine on board. But for pretty much, a wakatoa is pretty much a walk-in. Then after that, you got your other wakas like a wakatete, wakatiwai, a wakatangata, which is a modern name now today, wakatangata. And all those other wakas which are served in different purposes. It's like the flag vessel of iwi, of a certain iwi or whatever, and that plays that role in the lives back in the days as a form of going to battle with it, you know. And that wakatoa plays that role. Tikanga that goes with the wakatoa, like, you know, pretty much all tāne. Warriors are paddling, you got your setup for battle, the way the there's karakias that go with that and all that sort of carry on, and of course the name's important of the wakatoa. Pretty much, you know, your wakatoa becomes that vessel of the enemy fear, and how you do that and how you make it out to be with the likes of the way you decorate the wakatoa for war and all that sort of thing. You're pretty much making it like something that you're really, if you're the enemy, you'll pretty much get the mataku in you straight away when you see a wakatoa coming, or you see a fleet of wakatoa coming up a river or down the coast. Knowing the karakias, when you go into the ngahere, you gotta pacify the gods, or you know, you gotta pacify tāne mahuta, and that involves having certain karakias that are pacified, that allows you to walk in. And you hear the story about Rata and all that sort of thing, when you went in without doing the karakias, the tāne mahuta got the creatures of the ngahere to rebuild, because they went through the process. So there's a real process of going into the forest first, and before the karakia, you've got to have a hui. Comes with no value, and that's why it's really good to use our tikanga, make sure to maintain those tikanga too, and cutting the log, and then whoever's going to build the log's got to know it's got to have the experience of reading the rako, the parts of the rako. The tree has its stands, and pretty much a live tree is the good way, because there's a lot of tikanga and wairu and all that in the live tree. Tikanga that goes with that, and then of course the process of cutting the tree down. You got to have 2 fires. One for the tāne mahuta to pacify, burning of kai or cooking of kai with the first wood, and then you have another fire to lift the tapu off all that, and you have another fire for the followers to whakanoa the process of cutting the tree down, and the person is cutting the tree down and all that sort of thing. And then you go through the stage. Once the tree, you take what you need to build your waka with.
Kātou ki tēnei tupua, ki tēnei tawhito, ki tēnei tama. Ko wai toku toki ko te rakuraku a tā whaki, ko wai toku toki ko te aho a māo. Ko wai toku toki ko hui te rangi ora, ko wai toku toki ko whitirau toku toki. Hui, hui, hui a ki o katai.
traditions of construction, especially with the likes of the different parts of a waka. You know, from the hull to the, if you've got two pieces or you're joining a waka, you got that special join which you call the homie join. You know, from the roawas, the gunnels, to the paiwais, the battens, to the taumanus, the cross pieces across the top. You got your tauiu in the front, you towed up at the back, and all those sort of things. So you build all these different parts of a waka, but you got to understand it's all got to come together, and it's all got to be lashed together in a certain way. So you know, that's the importance about tārai wakas. Apart from building it, carving it, hahoing it, right down to the actual lashing, actually to it going into the water. With tārai waka itself is that's what it's all about. It's not in physically building wakataua or waka, but also building that generation and building that Matauranga to carry on, and all those skills that you're going to be handing down over in the future. And the future is our tamariki.
My first experience of whakairo was adzing with those old big heavy steel adzes or grubbers that they used to have at the time. And I remember trying to manhandle that, but I actually learnt. That was my first experience of adzing, and I suppose it was because of my size, because I was trying to handle the adze. I found it really sort of back-breaking. It was an experience I never forgot. Yeah. So that was pretty much my first experience of waka. The waka taua is really a Waka Pitau Whakarei. But it only becomes a waka taua when there's a taua. During times of warfare, there's a taua. Otherwise, it's really a Waka Pitau Whakarei. There's a full name for it. But the components of that waka are the riu, or the tinana, or the kōtore, the hull of the waka, the tauihu. And sometimes the tauihu might be separate from the punake, or it might be one piece as one single component. At the K end of the waka, you got the taurapa, got the pairi, or the rauawa, and and you got the batten alongside that ties the rauawa to the hull, and the other components to that are the haumi. The puhikura are really used only on ceremonial occasions or important occasions, and they're really under tapu conditions, because they're an atua. They bring an atua aspect to the waka to bring it alive. The hull of a canoe is made out of wood, and the raka is Tani. Is Tani's offspring. Human beings are Tani's offspring. And when Tani, depends on your kōrero, when Tani wants to get knowledge, he asked the puhi. He asked the puhi to help him, propel him upwards to te toi o ngā rangi, te hei tiki i ngā kete o te Wananga, te kete tūauri, te kete tūa te kete aronei. And so the steps that Tani used to get that knowledge were the steps that he took were hokai. And so on the pūhoro, you have these big sloping arches that sort of strive forward across the waves of the ocean, give it speed and direction. And so that's the kōrero around the pūhoro. Tēnei, te hokai nei taku tapu ai, te hokai nei ko te hokai rangi, and so on. Tārai waka is about whakapapa, it's about kōrero, and it's about the future generations and about lessons that you want to pass on to future generations in order that they can live in a healthy world. I asked him, what does it take to build a waka? And he says you got to be brave. So you got to be confident. And saying be confident,
You got to have all of those attributes. You got to have all the skills that you've been taught to by the Tohunga who taught you to build the waka. So you got to have a good foundation there before you even start. So I had a good foundation. You know, I was a taurino matua hiki, the Busbies, also heavy inuina. James Rickard, even Takiri, and you know, just watching and observing over the years, your kitty starts to fill up, and there comes a time when there's enough in the kitty to go, oh well, I'll give it a go. And so in terms of this waka, this is my first waka, you know, completed outside of the nest. Completed, there's a few other projects going on, but in terms of completed Te Whironui Maui, it's yeah, I'm pretty happy that's done.